Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tanev here. Welcome to episode number 17 of this NHL 22 Draft to Glory franchise mode with the Newfoundland Growlers here on my channel. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, head up into the top corner and click the card. And if you do enjoy this one, make sure to show your support down below by dropping a like, subscribing, and hitting notifications to never miss when I upload these videos. So, last episode was titled Our First Offer Sheet, and, well, we ended up losing a player in Donovan Christie to the Detroit Red Wings, but the Detroit Red Wings, they're a good team. They've got Christie on their top line center now. He's a fantastic player, 23 years old, but $13.28 million is not worth that kind of money, unfortunately. So this is the Detroit team that we're going to be matching up against here in the playoffs today. They've got Moritz Seider, who looks absolutely phenomenal for a 32-year-old. And apart from that, Lindbaum in net, he's been actually insane as far as just being a really good goalie goes. He's been winning lots of games in his career, and at 32, he's looking to knock our Newfoundland Growlers out. But again, looking at our Growlers team, we've got an amazing group of players on our hands. We have built this team from the ground up, and they are in contention here. They are going to attempt to win another Stanley Cup. Obviously, we have won. As long as you've been paying attention, obviously we have won 3 out of the last 4 seasons, and we got knocked out in round 2 years ago by San Jose, but today we get to the 2033 playoffs here. It's going to be fun. We've got a crazy good team on our hands that should be able to at least progress past the first round. I'm a little worried, actually, just based on, how good the Red Wings are looking right now, but I have no doubt in our team. I have faith in this team, and I think that they could go far. So, looking through the rest of the system, we've got some great players in here. Again, we've drafted very well over the last 5 to 10 years, and really it's only a matter of time until players like, Tangradi and Draper and, even Agostino start making it to the NHL level, and we're going to have to start picking between players, which is going to be tough, but, we'll deal with it as it comes. So, lots of growth in the team. I'm really happy with how things are looking. We've got a decent-looking draft coming up here, too, but at the moment, looking at our team's progress reports, we're seeing the most growth from not too many guys in the NHL so much as in the system. Like, look at Boland and Ladd and Lindbergh and Svedberg. These guys are doing amazingly well as far as growing outside of our system, and I cannot complain about that at all. We've got some fantastic players throughout, and I really am excited to see what they can do throughout the remainder of this season. But Toronto will be our matchup for the Halifax Huskies in the minors, and of course Detroit in the NHL here. So let's get to this. We're not going to take too much longer to get started here. The team's in great shape, and there are some good draft pieces coming up too that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. So let's get to it. Round 1 of the playoffs versus the Detroit Red Wings. We've got home ice advantage. Let's see how we do. So game 1 is a 4-3 win. This is fantastic because we own Detroit's first, second, and third round picks this year, and we want to make the most of those. So 4-3 win, that's a good start. We want to try to knock Detroit out in potentially a 4-0 sweep. So, game number 2, we lose 2-1 in overtime, of course. I jinxed it saying a 4-0 sweep. Shouldn't have said that, and now we pay for it. So, this game goes to at least 5, but how's the system doing? We're 1-1. Okay, we split it with the Marlies there. That's not terrible, but it's not great. So, game number 3, we win 4-3. Yet again, a close game, but Adam Fantilli coming up clutch. That's what we like to see. In the minors, we get another win. Awesome. And Francisco Wolski doing the heavy work there. So, game number 4 in the NHL, and we win 6-5 in overtime. That is a huge victory. Adam Fantilli, 6 points in 4 games. And that's what we like to see. All right, game number 4, we win 7-2. That's beautiful. The Halifax Huskies will move on, and we can potentially knock out the Detroit Red Wings here in game 5. So, first period, 2-0 Detroit lead. We played the period even, but they just got the better chances. All right, second period, we're up 3-2. Let's go. Fantilli, Petrov, and Kozevnikov getting the job done there. That's what we like to see. And now the question is, can we hold on, or is Detroit going to come back and win this one? So, outshooting the Red Wings halfway through the third period. This is what we like to see. We're in the right spot. we're on the right side of the game, and Legace ties it up, so we got a 3-3 game, make it 4-3, Marcel Grandpierre, clutch goal from our defenseman, and that is going to wrap up this first round of the playoffs. We win 4-1 on the series, 4-3 in the game. 3 points for Sergei Kozebnikov is a fantastic night, and we will be moving on in just 5 games. So, great start for both teams. Obviously, they don't drop more than 1 contest each, and we are exactly where we want to be after the first round. So AHL playoffs continue here now. Utica will be our next matchup, but of course, this Halifax team, if you missed last episode, was the best in the league. They put up a 0.817 point percentage, which is insane. It was easily the best in the league. Nobody else was even close, but Utica is a top 4 team still, so we're going to have to watch out for them. But Ethan Tangradi is playing amazing right now, so that's what we like to see. All right, advancing a couple more days here. We are going to kind of focus on the AHL for now. So game 1 against Utica, 4-3 OT win. NHL playoffs are resuming here, but we're up 2-0 in that second round series, and we will take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2 of the playoffs. So this should be an interesting one. Lots of local games here, lots of local matchups, and we are going to have another good series on our hands here with Toronto. All right, so taking a look at this Toronto Maple Leafs team, and they are one of the best top 6s I have ever seen in this game. They have developed an extremely good core here. They've traded a couple players too and turned them into amazing talents. So yeah, this is a really sweet Toronto team led by Seamus Casey on the back end. Konovalov and net. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a challenge for us, obviously, as their top 6 is fantastic, and our defense is going to have to play out of their minds if we are going to survive this series. But, we've got some really good players in here. I don't doubt that our team can do well. It's just more a matter of, are we going to do better than a team like Toronto? Obviously, we don't quite have as many elite defensemen as I would have hoped for, but we're working on it. We're still trying to develop guys like Timofey Morozov and other players like such, but really, it's tough when they're not producing either. So that's kind of the dilemma we're at with this team. Looking in the system, again, it's the same kind of setup as far as, Oulet probably should be getting to an NHL level here pretty soon. Same with a guy like Gauthier Leduc. I want to see those guys develop, but at the same time, it's going to be tough because we just can't seem to develop the potential on the back end in this series. There's always one position, like it's either goalies, like in our Minnesota series, or forwards, or defense that don't develop well. So that's what we're struggling with this Newfoundland team. But let's get to round 2 and see how it goes. So game 1 of the second round of the playoffs here versus Toronto, and we win 4-2. We go up 3-0 against Utica down in the minors as well, so that's fantastic. Game 2, we win 4-3 in OT, making it a 2-0 series. The Rangers up 2-0, the Sharks up 2-0. Couple really decent teams up by a bunch here. So game number 3. Okay, so we didn't sweep Utica, but we're up 3-1. Okay, that, it is what it is. Game number 3 against Toronto, we win 5-1, and we could potentially sweep the Maple Leafs here. That would be fantastic. But game number 5 of the second round of the Calder Cup, up 2-0, up 4-0. That should be it. We win 6-0 against the Utica Comets. They just did not stand a chance, and we lit up Skinner big time. So goals from 6 different players as well is fantastic. It's a great night, and we make it through to round 3 without too much difficulty as the top seed there in the AHL. So game number 4, we could potentially sweep this Toronto team, which is not the result I expected at all, but our Newfoundland team is the President's Trophy winners, so down 2-0 off the first, not a great start. We outshoot them, but we just don't score in that period. Second period, it's a 2-1 game. All right, heading into the third, we need a goal here if we are going to remain in this game. Make it 2-2, Adam Fantilli. Make it 3-2, Bo Gibbons. Back-to-back goals. Changes the momentum and the tide of this game. Bo Gibbons again on the power play. He clutches up here in game 4. Make it 5-2 as Philippe Steves gets the other goal there. And this team has been simming so well. Adam Fantilli with his second of the game. This team, man, is just too good. Conor Geekie, 7-2. Wow. I did not expect this. But we're going to sweep the Leafs with ease here and just prove that we're the better Canadian team here. So, wow, what a performance there. from the Newfoundland Growlers in round 2. Them, as well as the New York Rangers, sweep their matchups. And we've got the Rangers lined up. We could have St. Louis and San Jose in 5 each here, so it could be a quick second round. But Adam Fantilli, 12 points in 9 games, is leading the team and playing extremely well at this point too. So AHL playoffs are over. We don't quite get 2 5-game matchups there as St. Louis loses to Colorado, but in the AHL, we've got Hartford lined up, and of course Colorado and Rockford, the other 2 teams remaining there in the Calder Cup playoffs. So looking at the NHL here, we're just going to advance another day or two, see how this goes, and looks like we're going to 7 there with Colorado, okay, and St. Louis. That's interesting. Game 1, we lost 5-3 to Hartford as well, so that's not a great start. NHL playoffs resume here, but we're down 2-0 to Hartford, so that's not great. It's not where we want to be going out, especially not to a team like Hartford, but again, they are up in the top of the league, so it's not really that surprising. All right, so in round 3 of the playoffs here, we get the New York Rangers, and this is the team that we're looking at. The Rangers beat out the Islanders. Obviously, Conor Bedard is the player on that team. We were 1 pick off. We got Fantilli instead. Obviously, Bedard would have been the franchise cornerstone on this team, but oh well, you can't win them all, and really, they've got a really solid team here. Nothing super crazy up front, but their defense is stacked. Quinn Hughes and Adam Fox together is just ridiculous. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Sebastian Cossa, net too. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Understandable as to why this Rangers team has made it this far, beating out other teams like the Islanders, and the Islanders look good too. So, yeah, yikes, this is gonna be a fun series coming up here. They beat out a good Islanders team here too, in my opinion. So that's what we're looking at. St. Louis and San Jose in the West should be an interesting one as well, but we're down 2-0 in the AHL playoffs as well. So as we get into the conference finals here against the Rangers, let's see how we can do. And game 1 and game 3 here, we lose 3-1 and we lose 4-3. All right, not a great start there. So game number 2 against the Rangers, we win 4-3, we come back. That is huge. All right, and we could potentially be knocked out in a clean sweep here by Hartford. Down 1-0, down 3-0. That's probably it. Yeah, we lose 4-1 in game 4, and we get swept by the Hartford Wolfpack. They play an amazing series and just give Halifax no chance, no sniffs, nothing. So that sucks, but we are down to pretty much the final 4 teams here in the NHL, and hopefully we are going to be the best one, but we got to win the next couple games here against the Rangers. All right, so advancing here into game number 3 now against the Rangers, and we lose 5-1. Ouch, that is a terrible performance from this team, and we got to have a bounce back game here. We're down 3-1 to the Rangers, and that's not where we want to be at all. So here we go, game number 4. This is a very pivotal game for this series, potentially. St. Louis is up 2-1 as well. All right, we win 3-2. Let's go. That's huge. 2-2 apiece in each series. All right, heading back to heading back to Newfoundland, Mary Brown Center for game number 5. We need this win to potentially decide the series, and game number 5 is a 4-2 win. Let's go. San Jose wins game 5 in the West, and we can potentially knock out the New York Rangers in game 6 here. So, first period of game 6, 2-1 game. Modano opens the scoring, and then Sergei Kazevnikov beats Sebastian Cossa twice in one period. All right, good start from Newfoundland. Second period, make it a 3-2 game as Bertuzzi and Carpenter get goals for their respective teams. We're getting outshot, but we're on the right side of the game again, and that's where we want to be. So heading into the third period here of this Stanley Cup Conference Finals in the East against the Rangers. Game 6, halfway through the third period, we're still up 3-2. The Rangers tie at 3-3. That's not great. They go up 4-3. Conor Bedard clutching up for them, and we give up that lead. Capo Caco makes it 5-3. That's it. There's no way we're coming back at this point. And ouch. Talk about a bad third period. Halfway through, we give up 3 goals in the span of 4 minutes. That can't happen. And that's our team's defense, is that sometimes they just have lapses and they give up games. So we head into Game 7 here with this team, and it should be an interesting one because really this Rangers team has taken it to us here over the last few games, and we're tied up 3-3. So, first period of Game 7, up 2-1. Pitkin and Bush get goals for us. Bedard scores for New York, not really surprising. Second period, 4-3 game. It's a one-goal game again. Verdino, Robertson, Hedel, and Carpenter all score in the middle frame. And heading into the third, this is going to decide it. Whoever can play the better third period here is going to win. Power play for the Newfoundland Growlers. Doesn't convert, and then Capo Caco scores immediately, but then Timofey Morozov on the power play right after. 5-4 game. Oh my goodness, this is nail-biting here. This is a close game. Power play Newfoundland. Come on, boys. Oh my god, we don't score, but we get to the Stanley Cup Finals by the skin of our teeth. 5-4 Game 7 victory. That is a one-shot game right there. That is way too close, but we make it through. We just beat out the Rangers here, and we will be meeting St. Louis in the Stanley Cup Finals out of all teams here. So interesting kind of series and playoffs here. I was actually kind of expecting San Jose to make it back as they won the Cup 2 years ago. So looking at these other two teams here, San Jose obviously has Cole Eiserman, William Eklund, Marchenko, Bordeleau, like so many good players. But they got a good defense too, surprisingly. That's better than I thought. But yeah, that's quite the team in San Jose, and they weren't able to beat out this St. Louis team, which is questionable, but really good top line here in St. Louis. Obviously, Kamel, Ludwig, and Antonio are all amazing players. None of them are first overall picks, but they're all top 4, top 5 picks. And yeah, St. Louis does have a good team on their hands. Oh, they have 2 90-rated goalies? How did you do this? What the heck is going on here? And why aren't you playing Russ Halpern? Seriously, I mean, don't get me wrong, Jake Ottinger is looking phenomenal too, but what the heck is going on here? St. Louis has got 2 90-rated goalies. How are they paying them both? Halpern's got to be on like a rookie deal still. Yeah, that's insane. All right, so St. Louis has got better goaltending than us, which kind of makes sense as to why they were able to beat out San Jose. But St. Louis, Newfoundland in the Stanley Cup Finals, and Rockford, Hartford in the Calder Cup Finals. So, okay. All right, so Adam Fantilli, pretty much a point per game in the playoffs, hasn't been really all that fantastic, so we need a big series out of him and our other top players going into the Stanley Cup Finals here. But here we go, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against St. Louis at the Mary Brown Center. We lose 3-2 in overtime. That is a close game, but not the right result. All right. Game number 2, we got to split home ice. We can't drop both decisions on home ice. And we win 2-1. Very close game, but we get the job done. 1-1 apiece, heading back to St. Louis at the Enterprise Center for Games 3 and 4. Game number 3 of the series is a 3-2 win. We show up on away ice and get the job done. That's huge. And heading into Game 4, can we take a 3-1 series lead? We cannot, as St. Louis wins this one 2-1. So their defense, their goaltending is really holding them in games and winning them 1-goal contests. I mean, we've done the same thing, but really, as we get into these final 3 games of the series or so, let's see how it goes. So Game 5, first period 3-0. That's a great start. We probably should have chased Ottinger from the net on 9 shots. So 3-0 after the first, 3-1 after the second, and heading into the third period of Game 5, St. Louis has opportunities here on the power play. They don't convert. We do those. Berkly Catton makes it a 4-1 game. St. Louis power play yet again doesn't convert. Newfoundland power play yet again does convert. 5-1, 6-1 Adam Fantilli there. Taylor Nicholson, Adam Fantilli getting the job done here for this team. We're getting less shots than them, but much higher quality chances. And really, Game 5 is a pushover against the St. Louis Blues as we beat them 6-1. Fantilli with 3 points, Catton with 2. Yuri Vorobyov gets third star of the game with a .962 save percentage. That is phenomenal. And that's exactly what we like to see here. So heading into Game 6 against the St. Louis Blues, we could potentially win our 4th Stanley Cup in 5 years here. First period of Game 6, we're down 3-1. Ludwig, Karpovtsev, and Kamel all get goals for St. Louis. Kuzevnikov gets our lone marker, but not a great start to Game 6. Second period, we tie it up 3-3 as Pitkanen and Fantilli get the goals to make this an even game. And let's go. Let's head into this third period. We're going to jump in and watch and see if the Growlers can get the job done or if we're going to have to head back to Newfoundland for Game 7. So it should be an interesting one. I got to change it to coach mode here. And then we will be good to go. All right, let's see how this one goes. All right, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, third period, 3-3 game here. Underway. We're starting on the power play, so let's see what the Growlers can do here. Catton gonna lose the face-off to start off, and Provorov is gonna take off with the puck. Picked off here by Fantilli right in front of Catton. He just about makes it a 4-3 game. Very close chance there. And Timofey Morozov's gonna find Conor Geekie here. Geekie sends Catton over to Kuzevnikov right in front of Fantilli. Great chance, but Ottinger stops that one. So really, Game 6 in the third period here has been fantastic to watch. It's been crazy chances at both ends, and somehow is still deadlocked. So now Kuzevnikov off of the play. He's going to pick it up. He's still got it. Kuzevnikov over to Bush into Geekie. Great shot, and Ottinger holds on yet again. But we are really pushing here. We're going to get full attack and full pressure here, full forecheck on this team, and hopefully we can keep them pinned in their end for most of the rest of this game. So Geekie on the faceoff loses it, but he pins up Chychrun. Chychrun sends it to Kamel. Joachim Kamel looking for a play. He breaks out with ease here, and Kamel comes skating right up through the middle. Geekie bumps him off, and it's picked off now as Carpenter sends this one out to Tursunbayev, over to Bush, up to Kuzevnikov. Geekie trying to get through. Kuzevnikov's poked off. Bush holds it in. Now pass over to Kuzevnikov. He scores! Sergei Kuzevnikov's second goal of the game. Great setup by Carpenter. And yeah, Kuzevnikov just wires that thing home. So 4-3 game. The deadlock's broken. A great setup in the slot. And they give Kuzevnikov too much time to shoot the puck, really. So 4-3 game here. 7.5 minutes left. St. Louis has the pressure on now, and let's see if we can close this one out. So Jürgen Bush coming up the wall looking for a play. He still has it. It's turned over, but Bush picks it off. Chance in front for Zimmerman. He tried to make it 5-3, and that was turned away by Ottinger. Now Ludwig dumps the puck in, and this is going to be picked up by Jürgen Bush again. Bush over to Tursunbayev. He hits Zimmerman in stride. Harry Zimmerman cutting through the middle. Finds Philippe Steeves. He can't quite make the move there, but Steeves is going to pin Hronek up in the corner. And Bear Antonio is going to battle this one out. It's turned over there, but Hronek picks it up. Ludwig up to Antonio now. Bear Antonio cuts it in. Over to Kunin. Luke Kunin looking for a play. That one's picked off, and now Zimmerman sends it to Bush. Jürgen Bush skating in all by himself. He's poked at the last second there and turns it over, but he's already back. And now defending here, looking for a play. Chance in front of Bratt, Jesper Bratt. Great chance, but that one is stopped by Yuri Vorobyov. So Sergei Kuzevnikov with 2 markers in this contest. He has been clutch when he needs to be and has the game-leading goal right now. So face off here, Catton's going to win it back to Delmore. Ashton Delmore getting bumped, but he still holds possession. Adam Fantilli now up the wall looking for a play. Cuts into the slot, cuts back, tries to make the move. It's turned over, and Yanis Moser in on a breakaway. Fantilli trying to catch him. He does. It was actually Nicholson, but now Zub poked away there, and Pitkanen's going to chase on the forecheck here. Now Moser looking for a play. Over to MacGyver, up to Zub. That one's disrupted and picked off by Pitkanen. Now Catton coming down the wing. Berkly Catton bumped off the puck. Good defense yet again from St. Louis here. They are a very sound defensive team, but coming down the wall, big hit thrown. Now battle ensues along the boards. Pitkanen picks it off. He sends Fantilli. Adam Fantilli up the wall, hits Catton. Berkly Catton cutting in, fires a great shot, but a better save. Catton against Zub now in the battle. This one's going to go back to Cote, and it is sent all the way down the ice for what should be icing, and they don't call it with a minute left. Morozov hit hard, but Delmore finds it. Now Conor Geekie back to Morozov. Timofey Morozov just about loses that one, but picks it off. Now Morozov into Kazebnikov. He looks for the hat trick, but can't find it. And now St. Louis in on the breakout. Pass over to Cote. Mario Cote. Chance in front. What a save. Yuri Vorobyov on Connor McMichael. He had half a net to shoot at, and Vorobyov gets across and shuts the door. What a chance. What a save. My goodness, that could have been a tie game right there with 36 seconds left. But an empty net now. Are we going to be able to get this one? Edwards wins the faceoff. That's a good start. Morozov turns it over here. Chance in front. Tuomainen looking for a pass. Finds Kunin. That one's picked off. Brat's shot bounces around. Pinballs like crazy. Back to Karpatsev. Over to Tuomainen. Over to Provorov. Provorov into Kunin. That one's picked off, but Gibbons can't do anything with it as Kunin checks him again. Now Kamel. Chance in front. Oh dear lord, this is absolute chaos. Tuomainen cuts back into the middle. Chance. Vorobyov stops it. And with 5 seconds left, he may have just put out the fire to end off this playoffs. Crazy chances, but really, 5.5 seconds left. That should pretty much wrap this one up. Faceoff goes back. Chance for steal over to Kamel. He can't get the one-timer off. And that will do it. The Newfoundland Growlers are 4-time Stanley Cup champions in just 5 seasons. What a performance from the team. Back-to-back champions here. 2-time back-to-back champions. Obviously, a three-peat would be something special, but really, this team is just clicking right now. You don't get to the finals without being one of the best teams in the league. St. Louis tried their best, but the defending cup champions are able to get another cup. So, if I had to predict our playoff MVP, I would actually say it's Yuri Vorobyov, but they will very likely give it to Adam Fantilli, just based on the points and stuff like that. Taylor Nicholson was also fantastic for this team, but at the end of the day, I think Vorobyov shut the door better than anybody else. So, the lineup, the handshake, always a great part of playoff tradition, but at the same time, it is brutal for the losers. So, fortunately, we're on the right side of that. Our captain, Taylor Nicholson, is going to get to lift his 4th cup in 5 years. That is absolutely outstanding, but Adam Fantilli will get, I believe, his 2nd Conn Smythe of his career. I might be wrong about that, but I gotta double check because I actually can't remember who got the Conn Smythe over the last few years here. So it would have been Carpenter last year. 2 years before that, we would see Catton, and then the year before that, I believe, yes, it was Fantilli. So this is Fantilli's 2nd Conn Smythe in 5 years. So really good performance from him again, but Taylor Nicholson gets the real prize of getting to lift the cup for the 4th time. That is absolutely amazing. This Growlers team is honestly turning into a dynasty here. 4 cups within 5 years is something special. Harry Zimmerman gets his first ever championship here. You love to see it, and he's been amazing. He's been a draft steal, to be completely honest, and yeah, just wow, what a performance from these guys. So Marcel Grandpierre, one of our better defensemen on this team, which is funny because he's only grown to an 81 overall. I think we drafted him at a 77 or something along those lines. He was good when we drafted him, and he's just gotten better. Yeah, Grandpierre was 77 overall, so he's only grown 3 ratings throughout the span of about 6-8 years here. So there you have it. Yuri Vorobyov, just a fantastic performance yet again from our Russian netminder. He has been out of this world, to be honest, but I will get my face cam, my ugly face off of here, and you guys can enjoy the cup celebration in picture, the 2033 Stanley Cup champions. There you have it. So, the Growlers get it done at the right time, in timely fashion. Game 6, we take it, and really now it's just a matter of wrapping up the awards and the season and everything, and then I believe we will be getting to the draft in the next episode. There are some good players coming up here. So there you have it. The Rockford Ice Hogs are going to win the Calder Cup Championship, beating out Hartford this year. And of course, the Growlers get their 4th cup in 5 seasons. All right, and looking at player awards this year, of course, Growlers 4 out of 5 is pretty amazing. We win 3 President's Trophies in a row. And yeah, this team has just been phenomenal. But this year, Quentin Musty going to win the Art Ross. Lucas Raymond wins the Hart. Taylor Nicholson wins back-to-back Norris trophies. Joachim Kamel wins the Lady Byng. Legace wins the Calder this year. Adam Fantilli gets the Conn Smythe, as we knew. Yuri Vorobyov with the Vezina, as well as the Jennings this year. Amazing performance from him. Jan Kuznetsov gets the Masterton. Huberdeau, or the Islanders coach, wins back-to-back Adams. Cole Iserman gets the Selke this year. Raymond with the Lindsay, and Iserman with the Rocket. All right, guys, so for the lottery this year, Winnipeg's going to move from 10-1 to win Israel Young, who's a franchise power forward, so that's just nice for them. But we've still got some decent prospects pinned in here. I'm trying to, kind of get some last-minute scouting done, but a lot of these guys are looking okay. I don't think we're going to take Kintar, but apart from that, it's actually a pretty decent looking kind of draft overall here, and I think we're going to be able to land some decent steals. Yeah, it should be a good one coming up. So anyways, guys, that's where we're going to wrap it up. We'll start off the next episode with player retirement and the draft and everything like that, and then get into the season after the off season. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, and hit notifications, and of course, make sure to leave comments so that I can interact with you and know what you guys are thinking. But that is it for me. This is Etaniel signing out, and until next time.